Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be Bisu, it's going to be Light, it's going to be Benzene, it's going to be an RGB replay, and a Patreon cast. Top right, going to be Bisu. Bottom left, going to be Light under his well-known Smurf name, Lucifer Mornings. Alright, man, so Bisu versus Light. Does it get better in a PvT? No, I submit that it does not, unless this is Flash. So maybe this is the second best matchup of PvT. Alright, man. So, Benzene, a very, very weird map. It's just, expand straight down the right side. We've got these expansions here with Vespene gas. We've got something here with only minerals. And it's a weird map. Just trust me on that. Okay, so this ramp up here, right, leads down to this power generator, stacked power generators. You need splash to get through them in any amount of time. And if you didn't see my Bisu versus... Who was that? Who was the Zerg player? Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember who it was. Oh my gosh. God, I don't remember. Okay, but it was a Zerg player, and he came up here, rushed lurkers, bam, got through here, brought the lurkers in, really caused Bisu a ton of problems. It was a sick play from him. So, I can't remember who that was. Was it Beast? Oh, it might have been Beast. A Beast versus Bisu game. Ooh, and a gas steal from Bisu. I love that. A gas steal against a Terran is so mean because it forces them into this opening where you got to expand and you got to get a bunker out because you can't get gas up fast enough to go for your factory and your tanks and whatever. Super annoying. Super duper annoying. We don't see it a ton, though, is the weird thing, right? If it was that good, we'd see gas steals a whole bunch against Terran from Protoss, but we don't. It's just something that Protoss does every once in a while when they feel like it. Dunno. Either way, this probe's taking some hits. Yeah, it's got about 70-75% HP there. Shields come back, but they also take full damage from everything. So, I mean, it's a bit of a hit and miss there. Anyway, like I said, Terran's going to do this thing, going to get a bunker, going to expand, yada, 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 because this assimilator is still sitting here, and you're not going to pull a bunch of SCVs off the line to kill this thing. So, I mean, again, this just slots the Terran player right into an opening that the Protoss dictates. So, again, I don't know why we don't see this a lot. It's pretty good for Protoss, honestly, because it forces the... I mean, it totally forces the Terran player to bring some SCVs off the line and repair the bunker. So that's resources getting poured into repairing the bunker and resources getting poured away from mining more minerals because those SCVs are off the line. It always, I don't know, I always feel like it should do more damage economically to the Terran when that happens, but I don't know, we see Terrans win after that all the time, so I don't know what the problem is. Somebody smarter than me needs to explain why. He's okay, so he's willing to pull some SCVs off the line here in conjunction with some Marines to kill this assimilator to get his refinery up at a decent time. But yeah, what else can you do? Nothing. There's nothing else you can do after that gas steal. I guess it slows the Protoss down a little bit, too. Spending, 75 gas on that assimilator. I think it's 75. I'm getting my numbers mixed up between StarCraft 2 and Brood War. Bad Falcon, bad. Zealot did show up and try to get something done, but there's enough Marines to chase that guy away. He's slow anyway, and I mean, if there were a couple of them, it could be really problematic, but whatevs. Terran music, awesome. Just gets you amped, doesn't it? It just gets the adrenaline flowing. It's like, yes, I can win this game of StarCraft. Terran soundtrack, you're right. So, ooh, 2 Zealots, actually. All right, remember what I said about a couple Zealots instead of 1? Well, there's a bunker here, a run-by. Probably SCVs will get pulled to block this off, and the run-by would not be possible. These Zealots would probably die, so I'm not sure that Bisu's going to try that. Really interesting, though, to see Zealots coming out, spending their resources and the gateway time on that instead of going for Dragoons immediately. Because this might actually allow... I don't know. Can you get a tank out in time before these Dragoons start showing up? I mean, maybe one Dragoon will show up, but not more than that, right? This factory is almost done. Loving it. Okay, so yeah, I'm a bit confused about Bisu's opening here. Yes, it slowed down the factory production, but he slowed down his ability to get Dragoons across the map by making these Zealots. So I don't know. Ooh, this guy just perched high ground. Kind of reminds me, I don't know, like of some kind of an epic, like a movie poster or a screenshot from a TV show or something where, you know, there's a lone warrior on a hill overlooking a city just scouting it out, right? That's what that SCV was doing for sure. Getting some information for his commander back home. Yeah, so we're going to make a siege tank, and these Dragoons, they spent their time killing that SCV up on this high ground instead of anything else, and now they're coming across, sure. But check this out. Tank's already in production, so you're going to get, I don't know, 20 seconds of bunker harassment instead of, sometimes we'll see bunker harassment as long as a minute, or 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. It's crazy how good it can be, and how long it can be. Anyway, we'll wait for the Dragoons to pop in here. Singularity charge isn't done anyway, I guess, so never mind. So 3 Dragoons show up, 3 SCVs are ready to go. They will repair until it's all full health up, and then they'll stop repairing. You have to tell them to do it again. Super, ultra annoying stuff. But I don't know. Light's used to it. Third base coming in from Bisu down the right side. Our guy is going for an observatory. He's worried about spider mines. Not that that's what's happening here. Siege mode is on the way first. And, you know, it's an upgrade that takes a while, but not forever. Definitely not forever. Because guess what? It's almost done. Tank ready to go. Shoom. And now you fire, and the Dragoons back off, and the repairing is over, and the 3 SCVs go back to work. So, I don't know. I think Light's okay. I'm looking at it. It seems like Light's in a fine position. He's able to expand early. He was able to chase the Dragoons away, harassing him. Ooh, he's working on a very fast Charon boosters upgrade. Is he scanning? What makes him scan and think that's happening? There's a Stargate coming in, sure, but like... So? Oh my gosh, is he opening his own back door? He was for a second. He was firing on his own... back door here. What? Why? What's the purpose of that? I guess maybe you can put tanks up here anyway, though. This is accessible. Not like it's locked down. I don't know. And then, okay, so yeah. Like I said, splash damage will hit every one of these stacked up power generators, but if you kill one at a time with non-splash damage, you're going to have a very, very long time taking that down. So up 3 Dragoons. Again, the fast Charon. Oh, it's a fleet beacon. Okay. So it is carriers. Maybe the timing of the Stargate tipped him off. Because this could easily just be Arbiters, right? Stargate. I guess he doesn't have a Citadel yet, though. Ah, that's the key. Okay, so he scans and doesn't see a Citadel, right? And then he sees a Stargate, and he's like, yeah, okay, this is going to be carriers. So I haven't seen carriers in a PvT in a while. We're going to see Light deal with them the way that most Terran players do, and that's going to be Charon boosters and Goliaths. I hear you Terrans in the comments. Make some cloaked wraiths. Snipe the obs in the carrier ball. Kill the carrier ball. 3-step process. Easier said than done, number 1. We've seen Scan do it, though. If you're a Terran fan and you're like, I just want to see that one day, there is a Scan versus, man, it might even be Shuttle. Like, it's an incredibly good Protoss player Scan's coming up against, and he's dealing with carriers, and he just kind of sneaks out a bunch of wraiths, gets cloaked, snipes down some obs, kills some carriers. It's sick! It's so sick. I'm not going to tell you if he wins the game or not, because that's a spoiler, but I will tell you it was an awesome move by him. Again, it's Shuttle he's coming up against. Tough stuff, man. Anyway, 4th base on the way from Light. 4th base on the way from Bisu. Ooh, Light economically having a pretty good time right now. He's at 56 total workers. It's got 4 bases rolling. A 5th base is almost done. It's ahead of the 5th base of Bisu. As a Protoss player, you really don't want your Terran opponent to be ahead of you, but that is kind of the risk when you go carriers. If you go carriers take forever to build. You need more than 2 or 3 of them to really get anything done. Whereas, if you're opening up gateways, you know, Zealots, Dragoons, that kind of stuff, you can actually put some pressure on earlier. Start trading out tanks, and then the Terran player doesn't feel safe enough to get a 5th, or this is a 4th base. I'm stupid. This is the 4th base, and this is a 4th base. Both players are on 4 bases, because I can count. I graduated from college with an actual degree in communications. In fairness, there was not a lot of math in that degree. One of the best classes in college I took, though, was a Math for the Real World course that they made you take. It was great. It taught you how to calculate interest rates and how mortgages worked and how bad credit cards are and some other statistical stuff, and all of it had real-world applications. It was fantastic. Like, that was, I mean, my favorite math class of all time. Maybe I did take AP Stats, like a college-level statistics class in high school, rather. That was really good, too. I enjoyed that, too. That was the first time I was like, oh, it's more real-world applications for math. Holy smokes, this is fantastic. Yeah, I struggle with math when I can't apply it to anything. When it's just like, memorize this formula. Figure out a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Do the quadratic formula to solve this. And I'm like, why is this ever useful? And it never has been for me. So screw you, unapplicable math, and cheers to good real-world applicable math. Man, I went on a crazy tangent there, but really, we're just macroing up, right? We're working on carriers. Neat. We're working on Goliaths. Also very cool. This is a good map for carriers because you got some high ground to park carriers on here. You can just kind of come across this area all you want. Can you... I guess you could park in here, too. A little dangerous, though. You can get surrounded in this one. Don't know. Light just scouting out with Marine, seeing where these Dragoons are. He's still got a bunch of tanks here. Tanks, Goliaths, right? Hybrid army versus the hybrid army of Bisu. This is not pure carrier, right? He's got a bunch of gateways up here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 8 carriers, right? Yeah. Or 8 carriers. 8 gateways and not 8 carriers. So he's going to go hybrid, which forces Light to go hybrid too. And it's trickier balancing what you want to do here. If you just go mass carrier, the Terran will just go mass Goliath. You don't have to worry about making any vultures or tanks, right? But in the situation where it is, see this hybrid stuff. See the Zealots start causing problems. Ooh, sniping the science facility would have been nice. Can't quite pull that off, though. And then the Goliaths arrive, and the carriers are like, ow, 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 ow. But you can fly, and the Goliaths can't. Yeah, it's just trickier. It's just trickier for the Terran if they have to figure out how many tanks and Goliaths they need versus vultures, right? Bisu's kind of dictating that right now. It's like, how much ground army does he want? How many carriers does he want? And just marching, okay, right into a Spider-Mind siege tanked position. Not the greatest move ever there from Bisu, but he sees what he's dealing with and backs out. Gets a 5th base of his own down here at about 5 o'clock. Maybe a 5:30 or so. It does have gas because carriers require a absolute metric ton of gas. Every 4 seconds. An entire metric ton of gas every 4 seconds. That's what it is. Has anybody tried to convert out, like, increments of Vespene gas into actual real-world increments? Like, volume and stuff? Maybe, I bet somebody's tried. There's like a StarCraft university-level course at Berkeley, I think. Maybe they talk about that stuff there. That'd be so cool. I would love to take that class. Anyway, carriers are like, haha, missile turrets. I laugh at your puny missile turrets. I mean, they're buying time. Otherwise, the carriers would have just come right in here and started killing SCVs and supply depots right away. Right away. So this feels like we're coming up on the part of the game where the Terran's like, okay, so the carriers are trying to kill me. I'm going to walk across the map with 1,000,000 siege tanks and wipe out a couple bases, because the carriers are not defending. Although, these ones appear to sort of be defending. There's only 4 here. Like I said, hybrid, right? He's not making 15, 18, 24 carriers because it's better to have the hybrid set up and make the Terran respond to you. It's much trickier for Light to handle. Storm's on the way. Love a good storm. Getting air weapon upgrades, getting vehicle upgrades. Light is here. Light considering expanding to his own top side. 1130 expansion place. All very good. All excellent. Yeah, so ground army down here, Goliath army over here, and just kind of like chasing down a little Dragoon group. I guess there's a probe down here. He wanted to expand. That's probably not happening, though. Not even a little bit. Oh, these Dragoons. Oh, they back out. I thought they were going to run to their deaths blind. They will run to their deaths blindly. Bisu recalled them and was like, no, we must deal with this army here. Chase them out. Chase them out. We're expanding. Stop us. You can't stop us from expanding. It is our right. And then it was. And then it was his right. Oh, and then the carriers just casually wander back into the main base of Light, take down some more missile turrets. Light has to spend money making these, 100 minerals apiece and some SCV time. Okay, this is where Light's like, fine, carriers, you want to go for my main base? I'm going to go for your newer sources of income. And I'm not even going to really support these tanks, right? These tanks are just going to sit here and kill your Nexus, and if the carriers want to come destroy them, they can. All right. Oh, and the carriers are like, ah, no, we couldn't get deep into Light's base at all. Now we're going to lose our newest source of income. Bad. And expanding up here now is Light at the 1130, and this bottom right base of Bisu's in a lot of trouble too. Light starting to take the upper hand here. It's always a dangerous position in PvT when the Terran starts moving out and starts parking tanks just within firing distance of your Nexuses. And again, just... it's cool. We're not worried about the carriers wandering over here and stopping this because we've got them contained. Like, we know where they are at all times. And the Goliaths, ooh, getting some seriously good body hits there. But once again, you gotta worry about the Dragoons and the Zealots on the ground. And then you can start getting body shots off on the Goliaths. Yeah, Zealots wandering down here. Carriers sparing some of their attacks. There you go, to wipe out the tanks, but it's too late. That bottom right base is dead. This base is dead. This base never even got started. I don't know what happened to this base. There was a probe down here. I don't know if some Vultures cruised in and sniped it or what, but this Bisu's in trouble. Bisu's in a lot of trouble all of a sudden. He scans. Oop. There were DTs in the mix. Heard them die real fast, though. 182 to 166 supply. Bisu's up, but income-wise, Light is in a much better position. He's got more workers. He's got a more available mineral patches, more available Vespene geysers here, too. Bisu's long-distance mining from his bottom right base. That's how desperate a situation this is. But Light coming across this bridge is not ideal. You do not want to come across a bridge into an army that's set up and concaved and ready for you. Okay, the engagement right here, pretty good. Yeah, Zealots doing what they do against Goliaths. Goliaths hit pretty hard, but they're not Vultures when it comes to dealing with the Zealots. And it looks like Bisu's going to be able to wipe this out. Once again, Dragoons on the ground with +1 attack. Carriers up top with 3 attack, no armor, and no shield upgrades. But production tab, more Goliaths at a time. 6 Goliaths, 3 siege tanks at a time here. The income for Light is better, but does that matter? Bisu's already reestablished his bottom right-hand base. The carrier control here from Bisu's been insane, and that's largely been the difference here. I just think against a lesser Protoss, Light probably has won at this point. Yeah, carrier count, still not huge. It's just not. This is 7 carriers. Because a ton of supplies in here, and these Dragoons and these DTs and these Zealots and whatnot. Yeah, and again, this is a Patreon cast. For those of you who support me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. You're watching this a month before anybody else on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for supporting me out there. I really do appreciate each and every one of you individually. DT in the mix. If you're watching this on YouTube, though, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. I'm trying to get 60,000 subs. I think I can do it. It's been a journey, for sure. Light trying to hold. Okay. All right. He's kind of winning the ground here. He's just not doing a great job attacking the bodies of these carriers, though. What are these guys doing? Oh, there's one shot. Maybe that was an accident. I don't know. Sometimes your attack will follow an interceptor back to the carrier. And it looks like you attacked the carrier, but you did not. Nope. Didn't at all. I think Bisu's got this. 169 to 144 supply here. Bisu's income is better. It just is, but these carriers do not die. Okay, one died just now. Man, I said that right as a carrier exploded, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Carrier's getting rebuffed, but you gotta rebuild these turrets, and it makes the army reposition itself here. Well, I don't know what these Archons are really supposed to do against Goliaths and siege tanks. Weird choice? I don't know. Again, Archons struggle against a lot of stuff that Terran has. But hey, it worked out in the end there. Oh my gosh, trying to get the hits, finding high ground to retreat back to as usual. 153 to 140 supply. I call this too soon. Bisu's back with this, the 6 o'clock base though. He's back with the 430. And yeah, Light hasn't lost any bases yet, but Bisu hasn't really lost anything but one carrier yet. Carrier group in the hands of Bisu, an extraordinarily dangerous thing. Yeah, just small vulture army heading down south. Gonna kill a bunch of probes, actually, which I don't know that Bisu's all that concerned about it, because he's mined out of his first, 3 bases down the right side, so fewer workers might be better for him. I don't know. He's down to 48, 66 here for Light. Carrier's back again, harassing the main base. Light dutifully rebuilding the turrets every single time he needs to, and on a massive rampage across the map here. Carriers not quite aware of what's happening. This ground army, without the support of the carriers, is actually not very good. And Bisu recognizes that, and Lucifer's like, Groundhog Day moment. Let's kill this Nexus for the 2nd time. Super fun. Carriers do make it back. It's not a long way to go to save this. And actually, I don't know, kind of sandwiched in between the ground army on the right and the carriers on the left, and the carriers are invisible, effectively. And they're just so well microed. Holy smokes. Okay, Archon down, Nexus not dead. This is the priority here for Bisu. This Nexus not dying is everything. Spider Mines not getting connections. Beautiful micro back just out of the range of that Spider Mine activation position. 116 to 116 supply, though. Bisu continuing to make Dragoons here, keeping that carrier count alive. And by that, I mean he has lost a couple in that battle. This one's got 31 HP. This one's got 9 HP. It seems bad. Scan sees him coming in. Oh, he didn't rebuild the turrets this time. But he is bringing the Goliaths down. He just popped a new round, a bunch of them. And being active with his vultures, too. I mean, that's exactly how you want to do this thing. PvT. What are you doing with your vultures? Being really active. Oh, could sneak in here real good, though. Spider Mines laid. And killing a zealot. And then trying to kill a couple probes down here. And actually, Bisu's down to 30 probes. But again, he's only really on 2 bases. And look at who's expanded up here to the 1230. Light has. So I don't know. Bisu's kind of winning a lot of these battles, but he's getting out expanded and out macroed by Light right now. Light is having a truly fantastic game right now. This is sick by him. You see the carriers as a Terran, and you're just like, oh, Bisu carriers are impossible. And they kind of are. And actually, this 1230 base is going to die. Light in position to counter defend it, but just kind of hanging out here, which I find problematic. Why are we just massing in this? I guess he's just worried about the carriers moving into this space. Now, losing this space would be absolutely catastrophic for Light. So let's not let that happen if you're a Terran fan. Bisu down 136 to 147 supply, but he's got fewer workers, so the army value is actually a little bit bigger for Bisu here. My gosh. The engagement is really good. I don't know. DT's wandering into where they're detected is usually not a great thing, but they get some swipes off before they die. Better than nothing. Again, coming into an active battle to lay down Spider Mines is Light and Bisu. GG's out. Whoa. Light gets that win at 24 minutes. Holy cannoli. Okay, we got to back it up. Again, hit that like button if you enjoyed that game. Dude, Terran fans, you got it. You got one. You got a Terran win against Bisu, and it's Light, so it's not incredibly surprising because Light is elite. Maybe the best active Terran player right now because Flash has kind of disappeared on us. No. Okay, so just looking at it, I don't... Okay, way too slow. Way too slow. That's too fast, probably. Whatever, this is good. This is fine. Regular speed here. So, I don't know. He's not losing carriers. Tanks are getting wiped out. Goliaths are dying. Vultures come into the mix, and that's the GG. So he's down 96 to 118 supply. Bad. Oh, Vultures wandered in here. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Vultures wander down here. Okay, that's it. He didn't win the battle. He didn't necessarily lose the battle either, but he didn't win the battle. And then he's got, you know, this is his newest source of income. And these vultures cruise down here. Look, they know they're being chased by a DT. So they throw down some spider mines. Yada, 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 yada. Come down here. He's trying to defend. This DT is trying to defend it, but the scan comes in, and the probes all die. And basically, Bisu says, okay, if I can't break through this and kill this base, it's still a 2-basing light with some minerals left in his natural against a 1-basing me. And if I'm getting out-incomed by a Terran player, it's just not going to go well. So it feels premature. It really does, but I don't know. His ground army not holding. He's not winning this battle. It's not a ruffle stomp by light, but he's not able to win it. I mean, look at all these dead dragoons down the south side here. There's only 4 or 5 dragoons on the ground here at all, and the carrier's like, I mean, we can retreat, but we can't get this base, and this base is alive. And he could have played it out, but Bisu's better at reading game state than I am. So he taps out, and I'll respect that decision. Good call. So 213,000 points from Light, 207 from Bisu today. Out killing Bisu 343 to 283. Our guy Light. Structures raised. Bisu killed more buildings. A lot of those are missile turrets, though. Nothing too mission critical, I don't think, for Light. And then, oh, that's bad. Getting outspent by your Terran opponent by 2,000 resources in a 24-minute game. Even if you have carriers, that's just not going to work for you. Traditionally, it's just really not going to be a thing. So, well done. I mean, truly impressive display there by Light against our elite Bisu. We got a TVP win for people who watch out for those things. Amazing. Like, such a great game there from Light. And there was a couple times in there where I said I thought he was dead. He was not. I was wrong about that. But that's cool. That's fine. I mean, that's what's great about StarCraft is we don't know what the outcomes are going to be until we see them. And that's why we watch. That's all it's about. All right, cool. So that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War, a remastered, and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.